Welcome to the Silicon Slopes podcast. Today we're joined by Sean Spencer, who is the VP of Marketing at Boom AI. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. All right, so we won't be talking too much about Boom AI today. That can be another time. But we are relaunching the Silicon Slopes Hall of Fame, which has been a long-term event when it was under the UTC umbrella. It's taken a small hiatus. We would have done it last year, but there was COVID and pandemic. But we're excited to relaunch it. Not only relaunch it, but put the Silicon Slopes tweaks and improvements on it, and we're going to make it a lot of fun. And that's what we are going to talk about, because a lot of the ideas have come from Boom AI. A lot of the fun things that we'll roll out have been a joint effort. So why is Silicon Slopes partnering with Boom to help put on this really fun event?
Yeah, so gosh, time flies. We initially partnered with you guys to do some outreach for some other properties that you're working on. And it felt pretty organic the way that I remember it, that we started talking about the Hall of Fame and the awards and whatnot. And I was thinking about this the other day. It's interesting because in culture, in the U.S. at least, we've established this whole thing of setting benchmarks and earning awards, striving towards greatness and celebrating greatness. And I was thinking about this at my kid's soccer game the other day, because we're coming to the end of the season. Everybody gets a trophy, that kind of thing. And I think that's a good thing, right? To set these benchmarks and to strive for greatness and to be proud of what you've accomplished, right? And so obviously in business, that exists, and it's existed for a really long time. But nothing like that exists here in Utah Valley. And we're in such a special place at such a special time with these companies, a myriad of companies that are just crushing it here. But yet there's no way to celebrate their successes in a sort of formal gathering. And so that was sort of the genesis of this whole thing, was us just riffing about it and talking about it, and then realizing there's a huge opportunity to support each other and to acknowledge, the big wins.
Yeah, I agree. So you said Utah Valley, but it's a statewide thing, right?
Yes.
Anyone,
yeah.
St. George, Logan, everybody in between can be a part of this event. So key details out of the gate. It's halloffame.siliconslopes.com. Mm-hmm. Or you can just go to siliconslopes.com, and there's a carousel there. You can click on Hall of Fame. And that has the who, when, how, why, and where, which is important. So it'll be February 24th at Grand America.
Yep.
It'll be a black tie sneaker soiree, right?
Yeah.
And what does that mean?
Yeah, so one of the things that we were thinking about is that there's nothing wrong with the good old-fashioned gala. However, I personally have been to a lot of them, and a lot of times they can be a little bit stuffy, a little bit square, if you will. And we had the simple idea of just why not make it fun? And what are all the things we can do to make it fun and unique and special? We're sort of building this from scratch. So let's set a precedent that hasn't been done before. And so John and myself are big sneakerheads. We love that whole culture. And so that was one of the first ideas that we came up with, was having it be a sneaker soiree where people dress up in black tie. They're super, super nice outfits, but rock your best pair of sneakers. And I think that's one of many things, and we'll probably discuss some more of them, but yeah.
Yeah, we have lots of fun add-ons and tweaks, and hopefully it's snowing a lot and it's a good winter, so you'll have better traction too, right? Your dress shoes, and you'll be wearing sneakers.
Yeah, cool.
So the Hall of Fame kind of format's been, they've inducted 2 to 3 of the best leaders in the Silicon Slopes ecosystem over the previous 30 years, 10 years, 5 years. It's been kind of a who's who. And it's been a fun gala, and some of that will stay the same. There will be dinner. We will induct a new batch of folks into the Hall of Fame. There will be a good keynote, but we've tweaked it in opening up to more opportunity, right? In addition to the 3, possibly 4, and we've done that through awards, right? Go into a little bit more detail on why you think that's important, why you think people should apply, and why it's fun.
Yeah, for sure. So like I was saying, I think it's important and healthy to set benchmarks and celebrate success. Everybody here in Utah is well, not everybody, but most businesses that I've come across are really trying hard, and they're doing amazing things. So let's give everyone a chance to submit what they've accomplished and have it be reviewed by Best Company. It's going to be verifying all these applications, and then we can sort of boil it down to finalists and like I said, celebrate some of the amazing things that are happening. For me, I have a somewhat unique objective perspective to all this because I've been in LA for the last 20 years, and so I just moved here less than a year ago. And most of the businesses here were somewhat new to me, and the whole business climate was definitely new. And I've only been impressed since I've arrived. So
yeah,
I'm excited to help, celebrate everything that's happening.
Yeah. And so we've got it broken down into a couple of different verticals. We have some categories for companies, and those include advertising, physical product, spaces and places, branding, software, health and wellness, media and entertainment. So to your point, if you've just been here for a year, there's a lot of folks doing a lot of things in those industries that should be celebrated for one night.
Yeah, and with those categories, we feel that we could pretty much provide an opportunity for almost any kind of company to apply.
Yeah.
I don't really see a whole lot that wouldn't be able to sort of work its way into there.
I agree. And then so people that work at these companies are individuals. So we've got CEO of the year, CTO, CMO, CPO, CXO, COO, CRO. Intern of the year. I think interns are really more valuable than a lot of chiefs. CFO of the year and CIO of the year.
Yeah.
And so for, companies, that one's pretty straightforward, we do really good advertising. We have a great product. For individual awards, you can apply yourself or apply on behalf of others, right?
Yeah, that's right. It'll be real easy for you to actually recommend others. And when you submit their contact information, that person will receive an email that's specific to the award that you think they should apply for.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so, people are self-conscious. They might not like to brag about themselves. They like bragging about their companies, which is why I've divided it into the various categories. But I've seen a lot of great leaders, and I know their teams appreciate them. And so we've made it easy to give recognition to others within your company. They don't even need to be within your company, right? They could be a spouse or cousin who you happen to know is really good at being a CPO, right?
Yep.
All right. And then we will, you've mentioned Best Company. Ultimately, at the Hall of Fame, we'll have the finalists, and we will announce the winners. And we have some pretty fun things that we're hopefully going to do and lined up. Instead of exiting stage left, maybe we're going to jump into a ball pit.
Yeah.
But we'll have a VIP soiree party before, and we've got like some pretty good ideas for the red carpet and the photo booth and the step and repeat. So it's ultimately going to just be a fun night. You're in and out in a couple of hours. Hopefully the keynote is insightful and inspiring. And you're going to make a bunch of new friends and ultimately see a lot of what's going on, right? Because even if you're paying attention daily, there's so much happening that you might miss some stuff. Yeah. And that's why we want to acknowledge everyone and give a bigger platform
right.
for the winners as well as everyone else. So for the folks applying, some of the reasons would be like brand exposure, right? Press opportunities, brand credibility for the winners and the finalists. It's a good breaking news thing. Good visibility. You get to actually go to the gala, probably get a cool trophy. Might be a cool pair of sneakers, maybe an NFT. Either way, there will be some sort of trophy.
Yeah.
And then, to feel supported by the community, which I think ticks off a lot of good boxes.
Yeah, for sure. And all of that too, I was just thinking, even for the individual awards, like you're saying, some people might not want to brag or whatnot, but those are also a great way to give credit back to the team that is supporting you.
Yeah.
Even though it's for you, CEO of the year, whatever, you have this whole ship that you're sailing, and so you can give them credit, where credit's due.
Yeah. Yeah, and people need to, it's a good trait to be humble and not braggadocious, but at the same time, it's okay to pat yourself on the back and acknowledge that there's been something built or there's something currently being built, and to get on stage and get new friends, make new connections, and have fun in February, which is one of the more dreary months. So we're going to make it a little less dreary.
Yeah, exactly. It's around the same time as Sundance, but Sundance is more of an LA thing. This is going to be a Utah thing.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. So you can apply or, recommend on the website. It's pretty seamless, quick and easy. There's a series of questions, not too many, but it covers enough where we, best company can make good decisions. And then you can, buy a table, spread the word to get your company, your friends and family there, and get some claps and some applause for all the efforts.
Yeah, and there's also going to be some sponsorship opportunities for the gala event itself.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep, and we'll have Cornerstone as always produce it. They always do a great job, and Grand America is already a beautiful venue to begin with, and easy to get to, easy to park at, and it should be interesting to see all the different shoes out there.
I'm super excited. I've already got my pair planned out. So.
That's mostly what you talk about in the planning meetings is shoe designs, right? Yeah. Now, a lot of the good ideas have come from Boom, so we really appreciate you guys
happy to be involved,
being a part of it, and it'll be cool. It'll be the fun winter event for Silicon Slopes, and then we'll move into Startfest and Summit, and that's kind of the cadence. So couldn't do without you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You bet.